Hello to the Nation, Dr. PlayStation Nation here to talk to you guys over a little bit of Minecraft 1.8 videos, guys. So this is part of my multi-part series for Minecraft 1.8, showing you guys all the new stuff in Minecraft 1.8, all the little intricacies that you guys are interested in. So anyway, this video we're going to be talking about game modes. So what has been added to game modes in Minecraft 1.8? Well, first of all, the adventure mode has been changed. We've also had some changes in creative mode, and then finally, we have added a whole new mode called spectate mode. So we're going to talk about all those things. So anyway, adventure mode, the very simple change. I'm in adventure mode right now. Pretty much the hitboxes just won't appear for any blocks anymore, and pretty much the interaction with blocks is going to be impossible, so you actually won't be able to interact with blocks off the bat. So you're gonna have to add that. That is going to be pretty easy, considering there's going to be an MBT tag called can destroy, so you can allow specific blocks to actually be destroyed and all that sort of stuff. So that's quite interesting. So you could give somebody like a lever right off the bat, and that's the only lever that can be destroyed, and that's something that they need to bring with them throughout the entire map or something. That would be kind of cool. The next one that we're going to be talking about is in game mode 1. So in creative, players can actually create a copy of a block entity in their hotbar, which is kind of cool. So I showed that in a different video. So pretty much, say we had these, guys over here. These just made, potions of water breathing. If I hold control and then middle click, drop this down, I can actually go and look in here. So you guys can see I'm actually placing down brewing stands with those bottles in them. So they actually have an MBT tag associated with that. And in the same sort of way, if you're on game mode 2, you guys can see the MBT tag. So it's gonna be interesting to see how those work. I can't interact because I haven't added the can interaction, or sorry, the interaction MBT tag, but I could do that if I wanted to. So anyway, we're gonna move along. The final thing in creative mode is going to be players in creative mode can now damage entities even if they're flagged invulnerable. So again, with MBT tags, you can flag entities. If you flag an entity as invulnerable, you can still hurt them if you're in creative mode. So that's something that's changed. That's probably going to break a couple maps, because a couple maps were probably built on that principle. But anyway, so like for certain things like villagers, I remember there's a couple plugins for villagers to make villagers completely invincible on mini-game maps and stuff like that. So this would mean that if you're a creative player, you can still kill them. And that's it for creative. Now, the final thing that I want to talk about is the spectate mode, which is by far the biggest. So if we go into game mode 3, you guys will see now I am just this floating ghost head. And pretty much what that means is I can fly around, I can clip through blocks. If I crank the scroll wheel, so as I increase the scroll wheel, I'll actually fly faster and faster to a faster and faster fly speed. And the same thing goes if I turn down the scroll wheel like so. So I'm going to go very slow. This can be useful for those of you who are interested in making, cinema stuff and all that. You guys can do that. As you guys notice, I don't have my hotbar anymore, regardless of whether I press F1 or not. So that's kind of interesting. But probably one of the most interesting parts is you can actually, you guys can see my sights are gone, but if I go close to something, they're there. And if I actually left click, I can actually view from that entity's perspective. So I can only hope that is, I haven't tried this out on Minecraft or on multiplayer, but I can only hope that you guys could do this to actual players and be able to see their HUD and everything like that. I think that would be quite interesting, but at the moment I believe it's only entities like these guys, no players. You guys can click on any entity and see exactly sort of where they're looking from their perspective and all that sort of stuff. So as you guys can see, if I get in close here, and I can do that, so it'll point me in that direction, because technically that's where that player was looking when or the entity was looking when I spawned them in. With the horse, as you guys can see, I can click here and it'll look around, and I'm waiting for this horse to move, and of course he won't move when I want him to move. You guys can go and go inside iron golems if you want. You guys can go into these cows here, so we're gonna go into this cow. As you guys can see, he's gonna stay like that, and then let's see if we can get into a moving entity. An entity will move. So as you guys can see, the pig just kind of stayed still at that point. There we go. So the pig's turning around, so that's going to be loading up that sort of stuff, which is kind of interesting. So I really do like how they added that, and how that's going to change sort of maybe spectating game modes like SG or UHC or something like that. It might be kind of interesting to see. Also, you could, clip through blocks and actually see how mine shafts are laid out and stuff. So it's going to actually change a lot in that aspect. So anyway, guys, that is it with reference to that. You can also, there's been some teleport changes in reference to that, so you can still teleport to people when they're in spectate mode and all that sort of good stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I could see. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it for the new game mode specifically, but there is a ton of cool command stuff, so if you guys want to see all that, make sure you guys check back for my commands video that I'll be posting soon, if it's not already posted by the time you guys are watching this. Oh, also, I forgot to show you guys, the spider looks totally gunked up. So, like, the spider's just weird, but that was kind of cool. I just thought that was interesting when you go and look inside from the view of the spider. I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool. So anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Make sure you guys subscribe to the nation if you already haven't. You know, make sure you guys slam that like button, all that great stuff. So anyway, guys, make sure you guys slam that like button down below. Subscribe to the nation if you already haven't. Check out any of my other videos. I did a ton of other stuff on all the other commands and all the other cool stuff that's been added into Minecraft. Let's go into the baby chicken. Oh, look at the baby chicken. Oh, there we go. It's all cute. So anyway, hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'm the Doctor, and I'm out. Bye.